Why did you decide to try this personally yourself?
Well, I generally try the major cases, and I believe this will be classed as a major case.
And he was going to be, I would imagine, yes, it would.
The city officials of Dallas, the city police officials, Police Chief Jess Curry, and federal agents are meeting at this hour at the chief's office and are awaiting the arrival from Washington of a key Justice Department official, apparently to piece together the strange facts and the multitude of rumors and suspicious stories.
Do you think it was unusual for Jack Ruby to be in that crowd?
I don't pass on that. Unusual to be in that crowd? I don't. Well, I haven't been here since last night, so I don't know anything about Liberty today.
The story that Oswald and Ruby were previously appointed.
I think I heard it on radio or something, but I don't know anything about it.
Did we have a chance to talk to Ruby?
I have not talked with. No, sir, I've not talked with either one of them.
Well, will we get a chance to talk to him? Okay,
I don't know anything about that. This was entirely about going over the evidence that I thought some of you would want.
You know Ruby before this?
No, sir. Saw him in this very same room Friday night when we had the defendant up here.
There was a steak party for the Texas Bar Association in the Adolphus Hotel. Were you there?
No, sir, I wasn't there. As a matter of fact, if some of you will recall, he asked a question from out here in the audience, or answered a question. He's standing right back here, and I didn't know who he was. I thought he was a member of the press, and he told me as we walked out of here that he was a nightclub operator here.
What question did he ask?
What?
What question did he ask?
I don't remember, but maybe it was an answer, but he said something.
Remember it was Friday night when I asked you to do an interview with me on the phone, and you had another call, and Ruby was hanging around in the background. You were on the phone, and I said, and then you had to go away, and I asked Ruby, because he seemed to me like a detective. He seemed to be all over this place. I said, would you see if you could get him on the phone over to here now? And he went around, and he got you, and he brought you over to my telephone.
It might have been where he told me who he was. I didn't know who he was either. When I think someone here answered that question in that he answered a question. Somebody asked something, and he answered it back there, and I don't know what it was. I think it is some question about a street or an address or a name or something.
It looked to me like your good friend. I don't know.
Conspiracy, Watson. If you knew the true facts, you'd be amazed at it. In what way? It'll be proven in a few days later what the charges will be filed against me, plus the fact of the assassination. A complete conspiracy against me, right?
The only thing I can say, what is your name, and I'll know how to do it. Harry Kendall. Harry Kendall. Everything pertaining to what's happening has never come to the surface. The world will never know the true facts of what occurred, my motives. In other words, I'm the only person in the background that knows the truth pertaining to everything relating to my circumstances.
Do you think it'll ever come out?
No, because unfortunately, the people that had so much to gain and had such an ulterior motive for putting me in a position I'm in will never let the true facts come above board to the world.
Now, these people are in very high positions, Jack?
Yes.
Judge Burt Griffin was one of the legal counsel for the Warren Commission. He now feels that the commission was duped by the CIA.
I feel betrayed.
I confronted Burt Griffin, who was one of the lawyers for the Warren Commission, with this column. He'd never heard of it. It was in a program in Cleveland. We were on a television show together, and I said, what about this? He'd never heard of it. And I said, well, how could you not know about it? He said, I know about it. I said, well, what was your... He said, well, my area basically was Jack Ruby. I said, okay. Did Ruby testify before the House Un-American Activities Committee? He said, not to my knowledge. I said, well, here's the exhibit. UAC release for Jack Ruby to testify. It's at the stationery of the Department of Justice. FBI, sworn to by a staff assistant, the 24th of November, 1947. And it says that Mr. Jack Rubenstein of Chicago, noted as a potential witness, should be not be called for open testimony in the hearings. It should be closed testimony. You know why it had to be closed? Because he was an informant. This is what it said. He is providing information functions for the staff of Congressman, are you ready? Congressman Richard M. Nixon, Republican of California. Jack Ruby worked for Richard Nixon in 1947 and testified before the House Un-American Activities Committee, and the lawyer for the Warren Commission in charge of Jack Ruby's background never heard about that until I showed it to him about 2 weeks ago.
I mentioned about Adlai Stevens. If he was vice president, there would never have been an assassination of that beloved President Kennedy. Is he still going? Well, the answer is the man in office now.